This is Julianne Condia, host of Rewritten. Thank you so much for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media.
If you can change your mind, you can change your life. William James. Hello, welcome to Choose to Rise. I'm so grateful that you've decided to push play today. We are all about changing our mindsets, all about changing our confidence levels, changing who we are to level up in life, right? Rising up out of our current situation to live our best life. And today I want to help you with that by improving your mindset with just 5 steps. I want to kind of pull together all kinds of resources from all kinds of amazing mentors in my life and really help you kind of with these 5 simple steps, really change your mindset so that you can change your life too. Your thoughts create your feelings create your actions, and your actions create your results. So it really comes down to, when it boils all the way down to it, it's your brain that matters. It's your brain and how it's wired that really dictates how your life is going to go. So once upon a time, it was believed that your brain was static, right? Like it was just the thing. You were born a certain way. There's nothing you can do to change it. It's just how your brain functioned, right? That's just kind of that's an old way of thinking. Most recently, the concept of neuroplasticity emerged. Neuroplasticity, I can speak, I promise, which proved that your brain can actually change and reorganize itself due to changes in the environment, your emotions, your thoughts, your behaviors. And with repetition and practice, you can train your brain to think and function differently by changing your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions, which in turn will rechange your life. Over time, your brain forgets the old patterns, the old beliefs, and creates new ones, new beliefs. How incredible is that, right? You can be a completely different person just by changing how you think, just by changing your mindset, changing up your belief systems. So the really cool thing about this is that you don't have to keep rewriting the same story over and over again from your past. You can let your past be the past and change it up and write a new one for your future. To put it more simply, your brain is like a computer. It needs to be coded correctly for it to function optimally. And you're holding the mouse and the keyboard. You are responsible for taking care of your brain. You are responsible for making sure it is doing what it needs to do to help you get to the goals and the things that you really want out of life, and not letting the past be the past. They're not letting the past dictate your future, but just being a part of your past. There are 2 parts to your brain, right? There's, in order to manage your mind, you need to understand that there's 2 very important parts. The prefrontal cortex, which is the part of your brain when you use to set goals and to plan ahead. It reacts slowly and is more long-term focused, okay? And the cerebellum is the primitive part of your brain that was responsible for that fight or flight, that freeze response, that really reacts quickly and prefers to be your super efficient kind of sense. Now, some of us work in either one of them, but you have both of them are working all the time. And it's critical to understand that the difference between cerebellum and prefrontal cortex and how they play a role in your thinking. For example, let's say you decide to start a business. You join my team, you get started with your self-care, you decide to start the business to go along with it. You make the decision that your prefrontal cortex, there's nothing illogical about your decision, and you feel very strongly that it's something that you really want to do. But as soon as you've made that decision, which I've seen happen over and over again, and start taking action towards starting your business, you start to feel fear, doubt, panic. You let other people's opinions start dictating how you should think and feel, and you let negative emotions start to overrun yourself. This is a response from your cerebellum telling you that what you're doing is unsafe because you've never done it before and you should stop immediately. Our brains are designed in a very primitive sense to keep us from danger. And just because you haven't done it before doesn't necessarily mean it's a dangerous thing, right? But our brains don't know that. It just says, ooh, we haven't been here before. This is unsafe. We got to go backwards. And so if you understand how your brain works, you will recognize this from the very normal response of your brain, which favors efficiency and staying safe in your comfort zone. And it's definitely going to try to keep you from hitting big goals. So if you don't understand how your brain works, you will think that fear and doubt mean that you should stop moving forward, you should stop doing big things, you should just stay in your comfort zone and just stay the same forever and ever and ever. We don't want that, right? We know that we're made for more. We are meant and born to do great things. So you need to be able to overstep those little bit of fears and really go after it. Now, understanding your thoughts, feelings, and actions results, if this hasn't already blown your mind, I want you to really plug into the Life Coach School podcast with Brooke Castillo. I don't miss an episode. She is so very good. And she has taught me over and over and over again that your thoughts create your feelings create your actions create your results, and your circumstances are always neutral. Always neutral. Your C line is the circumstances situation, and that's always neutral because anybody can walk into the exact same situation and experience it very differently because it's how you think about something that matters. And so when we learn how to manage our mind properly, you can change the way you feel by changing your thoughts. Then this means that you can learn to be content and happy right now, regardless of what's going on in your life. If you don't believe me, I want you to just think about things a little bit differently here. Everyone has the ability to see things differently, right? Everyone has the ability to walk into a room and see the exact same thing going on and have a completely different reaction. One person who has all the money in the world may be completely miserable, while another person who is penniless may be the happiest person you've ever met. It really doesn't matter about their circumstances. It's all about our thoughts, our feelings, our reactions, and our results. I'm sure you know of a lot of people who've had traumatic, horrific pasts. Maybe they've had something just awful happen to them in their life. Their circumstances are just out of this world, but they've made some amazing things out of their lives. I'm sure that you also know people without the same horrible past or with the same horrible past who are living in that past, who are still stuck in the woe is me, who are still stuck living in the victim life. And you can have the exact same experience as someone else and go a different path. It's completely possible for you to be happy right now, exactly as you are in the circumstances you're in. Isn't that awesome news? Isn't that like just relief that you can just choose right now to be happy in your moment? Your thoughts create your results, and that you can live your life, the one that you want. So if you want a different life, you just have to think differently. And I know that sounds so crazy to some people because they just are like, this is the first time hearing it, but you dictate how you think, feel, and act, not your circumstances. Let's really start to thinking about believing your thoughts as optional. Now, I just told you your thoughts are what's going to create your reality, right? So just because you have thoughts in your head doesn't mean you have to believe them. The thoughts you continue to think and repeat in your head go from years and years and years form belief statements. And those thoughts are just sentences in your head. That's it. You don't have to believe them. This is amazing news because you can choose to believe whatever you want to believe by creating whatever thoughts you want. To create happiness, you just need to change your belief system. For some beliefs, you may be able to change them immediately. For others, it will take some intentional work on your part to change them because they're just rooted deeply in you. They've been taught, they've been reinforced, they've been all the things. And you can change your beliefs by getting into your cerebellum. Your cerebellum loves repetition and habits, so let's use it to our advantage. So it continues to repeat your old thought patterns and beliefs over and over again. But it's all you talk about, it's all you think about, it's all you do. It's going to be ingrained in you. But you remember, get to choose what you believe, whatever you want to be, by becoming more intentional with your thinking. So this is Brooke Castillo's content. 8-step process that I learned from Brooke to how to change your belief system. Now you can go to her Life Coach School podcast, like I mentioned before, and listen in, and she teaches this kind of stuff all the time. But this is 8 steps from Brooke Castillo to how to change your beliefs. 1, separate yourself from the thoughts. Okay. 2, observe your thoughts. Think about the thoughts, kind of that metacognition piece. Number 3, decide how you want to think, feel, or do. 4, create new thoughts that support what you think, feel, or do. Transition your negative thoughts to neutral thoughts, and then neutral thoughts to positive thoughts. 6, ask yourself how to start believing what you want to believe. These questions should be supportive and positive. Now, this is like asking the right kinds of questions, right? Don't ask yourself that question is going to have a negative response. Ask yourself a positive question. Number 7, practice neutral thoughts until you believe them. Write them down and read them every day. Repeat them in your mind. 8, move neutral thoughts into positive thoughts a little at a time until you've made them your new belief system. Now, this is going to take some time. It's going to take some pieces of practice. So separate yourself from your thoughts, taking the emotion out of it, observe them. What does it look like? What does it sound like? What does it feel like? Create a new thought to support how you want to feel, think, and do, and then keep moving through the process. Like I said before, you can find this information in our podcast, so I'm not going to continue to go on around it, but I want you to think about moving from a scarcity to abundant mindset. Another critical element is based on how you understand the differences between scarcity and abundance. Now let's talk about the difference between the two, because when you live with an abundant mindset, there's always enough. There's enough for everyone. There's always enough time. There's always enough resources. There's always enough opportunities. Success is limitless for you and everyone else. There's success for everyone. You feel lucky. You're not afraid to move forward in uncertain times, and you are super generous in what you do because there's always more available. Your life is happening for you, and you come from a place of gratitude. This doesn't mean that you don't experience negative emotions. So I've really learned to put myself in this abundant mindset and really focus on all the things that are around me that are always available to me. And it doesn't mean I don't have negative emotions. It just means that I'm better equipped to handle them. And it means I'm better equipped to shift from my negative to my neutral and my neutral to my positive. The other side of things is scarcity mindset. If you have a scarcity mindset, you believe that there's never enough and that success is limited. And if she has it, I can't have it. And that life is happening to you, that there's never enough time, money, energy, opportunities. There's always a lack, that you repeat your past, feel unlucky, don't feel like you have the capacity to give more, that you're just living in fear and that life is not fair. And that based on this scarcity, that you're always focused on the lack. Okay. Something to note about having a scarcity mindset is often that you feel very poised and in control. You may have a death grip on trying to control your life. And that comes from fear, not really being able to let go of what you have because there might be something really big going forward. So let's get to the real nitty gritty of what we really want to talk about today. How do you improve your mindset? We've talked about scarcity. We've talked about abundance. We've talked about how your mind is the dictation of everything here, but how do you improve your mindset? The first step I have for you is to create a list of the top 3 feelings you most often feel and the 3 feelings you would like to start feeling. Okay. So these 3 feelings should be one word, right? Don't judge yourself. If you're feeling 3 negative emotions right now, it's okay. You're allowed to feel negative emotions. There's no shame in feeling that. But I want you to write down the 3 feelings that you feel most often and the 3 feelings you would like to start feeling, okay? Decide on how you want to feel and help determine your thoughts that you would like to have create those emotions. Number 2, spend 10 to 15 minutes writing down all of your thoughts. I really want you to just brain dump everything out on your paper. Take time to look inside your own mind as an observer. Observe the thoughts you have right now. You can do this by putting pen to paper, or if you someone like me, fingers to keyboard, and just start writing it out, all of your thoughts that you have. Write until you feel like you've got nothing left to write. Spend at least 10 to 15 minutes, if not more, doing this. Just let it go. And by writing down your thoughts, you're able to put them out of your mind and put them in front of you, making your thoughts easier to observe. This is super simple, but it's so powerful. And when you can become an observer of your own thoughts, kind of remove yourself from the situation, you're able to separate yourself from them and then from your thoughts. And you can really decide and see where your feelings might be coming from. Number 3, create a list of new thoughts and beliefs that you want to move towards. So you've brain dumped all the things that you are thinking, and now you have a list of things that you want to start thinking. So create a list of new thoughts and beliefs you want to do. What do you want to start believing is true and possible for yourself? What are those big dreams that you have? What are the thoughts, the feelings, the relationships, the things that you want to have in your life? Your beliefs can be related to any part of your life, your career, your health, your relationships, the environment. Be super specific and don't judge yourself, okay? These are your belief systems, and then you get to believe whatever you want to believe. The examples could be things like, I'm a six-figure business owner. I'm the best wife possible. I'm going to run a marathon. I start a profitable blog. I am an incredible mom to my children. I am a great self-care advocate. I. Get into the examples of what you want your beliefs to be and write them in the present tense. Remember from last podcast, we're writing things in the present tense so that they're there in the moment. After you've listed out this belief system, start making another list of laddered thoughts to help you move from where you are now to where you want to be. For example, you may not yet believe that you're going to be a six-figure business owner. Right now, you may not have that situation. Other people have made six figures with their businesses, so I know it's possible for me. Might be a bridge statement there. The key is to make sure you believe the laddered thoughts so that you move closer to your new belief. So remember that these three emotions you listed in step one, use those to help you think of new thoughts that you would like to produce, and these emotions will start feeling more often. Practice your laddered thoughts each day until you believe them. So we went from negative thoughts to neutral thoughts to positive thoughts. We're going from the things that I used to believe to a bridge, a laddered step in the middle that I'm going to get there, and the positive thought is at the end. The step 4 is ask yourself what you're thinking every single day. In order to change your thinking, you need to know what you're thinking. Kind of get your current reality. So keep tabs on your thoughts. It's crucial. Every day, ask yourself what you're thinking about. Keep a list on your phone if you have to. Jot down your thoughts in a little notebook. Whatever you need to do, keep track of them. What are your thoughts? Help work on separating yourself from your thoughts and learn how to really understand what you're thinking matches what you're feeling. The 5th and final one I have for you is ask yourself a question every day that supports the thoughts that you want to create. Now, these are really important questions because the questions you ask for yourself, the answer is going to dictate the evidence that your brain and your body are going to look for. So supportive questions are the secret weapon to changing your belief systems. By asking yourself supportive questions, your brain goes and finds the answer for you, right? That's its job. Learn, grow, keep you safe, get you going where you want to be going, what you're thinking about. So for example, if you want to start being more productive at work, you could start with these kinds of questions. How can I be more productive today? What tools can I use to increase my productivity? How can I increase my efficiency while working on this project? These questions are framed in a supportive way. So by asking yourself in a negative way, like, how am I ever going to get this done? Like your brain will start looking for negative answers like, oh, you're never going to happen, right? So frame it in the positive. How can I be more productive? What tools can I use? How can I increase my efficiency? Ask yourself the things in the positive sense. Okay, one more tip for you because I just love you and I want you to have one more tip. And I've said it a million times over, but it fits into this lesson so very much. The bonus tip for you today is to start your day with gratitude and intention in order to stay focused on life the way you really want to live and to be the person that you really want to be and live the life that God created you for. It's super critical to start your day with gratitude and intention. Without intention, you spend your day reacting to things, and with everything that's going on in the world right now, you really need to be focused in on the things that you wanting and to get out of life. I have this Gabby Bernstein card that sits on my desk here every single day. And I look at it multiple times a day, and it just says, the more energy and intention I bring to my faith, I bring to my life, the more fearless and free I am. And that just brings a calming sense to me. It just gives me like this peace of mind that when I bring my energy and my intention to the things that I'm doing and to my faith every day and to just living the life that God designed me for and trusting in Him, that He has created me for this perfect plan that He's created me for, then I know that I don't have to worry about anything. I can be fearless, I can be free, and I can live life with so much gratitude for all the amazing things that He's given me. And when you can live a life like that, you can live an abundant life. You can live an amazing life, and you can have everything that you have ever wanted. So write down 3 things you're grateful for right now. Maybe stop the car or hit pause, voice memo them to yourself, whatever you got to do. But what are 3 things that you're grateful for right now? Journal about them. Talk to a friend about them. Make sure they're crystal clear in your life. And then plan your day with goals in mind so that you know exactly what you want to achieve, how you want to do that, and what it is that you want to do. All right, guys, I hope that all this stuff that I talked about today, these resources I've shared from Brooke Castillo, the thoughts and processes I've learned from other amazing life coaches in my life, and just all the things that I've learned in this last few years of personal development, which is what I'm always trying to bring to you here on Choose to Rise, is just all the things that I've learned and I've used to change my own life, that I can help you change yours as well. So if you've love the show. If you are excited about it, if it's something today spoke to you, I would love for you to share this with other people. Tell other people about Choose to Rise. Share it with a friend. Leave a rating on the Apple Podcast and let other people know about it. Thank you so much for listening in, and I will chat with you all again here very soon.